Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What's the word? What's the word? How we feeling?
Happy Wednesday. We are here with this episode 4, Jimmy. I was
Mm.
looking at that. I had put 3 on mistake and I was like, oh man, it's 4. So we moving right along. Definitely proud of that. Kudos to Jimmy and myself for, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
staying with the commitment and
yes
bringing,
sir.
the people, these gems. So
Yeah,
how you doing today, Jimmy? It's Wednesday, man, the middle of the week. Day before the big holiday. Everybody, cooking it up and got family together. What's going on your end, brother?
yeah, man. Actually, did some traveling this morning. Took a 6-hour drive down to Missouri, visit the family for the holiday. So it's pretty
Okay.
dope. I don't get to see them very much living in another state, so it's always a good time when I get to come out here and just kind of chill and see the family, hang with the kids, and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's lovely, man. That's a good deal. It's always great to be with the family. I've been on Facebook a little bit today, not as much as I normally am, because I got family in town. But I also noticed that a lot of people on Facebook got family in town, so that's big. And,
Mhm.
and and around this time is good, right? Because we go through the entire year, just kind of in our own space, in our own world, and then the holidays really kind of get us back, rooted with our family and start thinking about loved ones and togetherness and things like that, which
Mhm.
which kind of lead us to our topic, what I want to talk about today, was just being thankful. I mean, everybody Thanksgiving tradition, you usually say what you're thankful for, so this kind of falls in line with that. But on the title I got, be thankful every day,
Yes, every day.
right? Not just Thanksgiving Day, not just the holiday,
Mhm.
every day. And a good
Mhm.
way we could do that is, start uh us as humans, we have a tendency to compare ourselves. We all
Mhm.
do it, right? To other people, right?
Yeah,
Depending on if you guys came from the same neighborhood, or maybe you guys started in a program together at the same time, or maybe you came out of a program at the same time, whatever the case may be. But we tend to compare ourselves to people, and a lot of times it's with a negative connotation, that I'm not as good as this person, or I'm not on this level with this person. um but a lot of times we don't compare ourselves to people behind us, people that's less fortunate,
Mhm.
because if we do, when we do, I know I realize that, man, I'm blessed. I'm highly favored, and I got it better than most. And yourself too, Jimmy, because you're able to be with your family, right? You got a
Mhm.
family, that one you can go be with, two that accepts you, right?
Yeah.
You got all type of situations going on in the world today, in these times. So I just want people to refocus and just think about what we are really dealing with, like what's really
Mhm.
going on in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
not just
Exactly.
financial and things like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
man.
The attitude of gratitude. You
Okay,
know,
I like that. I like
um,
that.
it's definitely something that changed my life for the better. And I first read about that in The Secret.
Mm,
Man, I read that book well over a decade ago at this point, probably 12 years ago. But it changed my life because at the time when I read it, I was comparing myself to others. I saw people who had more than me, making more money than me, working the jobs that they loved while I was broke. At the time, I was, chasing the NFL dream, and there was guys who I knew I was faster than, who I could jump higher than, getting their opportunity, but mine, I never got a second chance, right? And I was bitter. I was bitter. I was always focused on what was going wrong,
mm,
and as a result, what I learned in The Secret, I was just attracting more negative things. That's all I was thinking about. So when I made a perspective shift, when I made that mindset shift and started being grateful every single day, that yeah, maybe I don't have the job that I want, but I still have a roof over my head. Like,
right.
yeah, I don't have a lot of money in my pocket, but I have a car that I can drive to get me around. I started being grateful, for little things like that, that I eat every single day. There's people who don't know when their next meal is coming, that I have clothes on my back. So I just started being really mindful of being truly and genuinely grateful for the things that I had. And once I did that, things started opening up in my life. So the bad luck actually shifted to good luck, if you want to believe in luck. But it just
Mhm.
seemed that once I shifted the thinking to being more grateful, I had more things to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
As prior to, when I was being negative all the time, I had more things to be negative about. So when I flipped the switch and started, just being more genuine and being more grateful for the things I did have, I wound up essentially attracting more things to be grateful about. And that's a practice that I still do today. Every morning, I start my day off with gratitude. 3 things right out the back before I get out of bed. What am I grateful for today?
Okay. Okay. That's what's up.
The
And
third,
and you said something that resonated with me. The secret. That's big, man, because I believe in that energy and those vibes that you put out into the universe. They absolutely boomerang effect come back to you.
yeah,
And it an example would be, you ever like wake up and you wake up grumpy, right? And you bump your foot going in the bathroom, right? We men sometimes we sleep, walking, so you miss the toilet, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just like a bunch of stuff going on. Your shirt wrinkled, or it's dirty, or you thought it was clean and it's not.
mm-hmm,
It's just just a series of events that's going on. It's like one bad thing leads to the next. As long as you keep feeding it that energy, as
mm-hmm,
long as you keep feeding it that whatever for it to grow, right?
yep,
And a good thing, like you said, you give gratitude in the morning, so that stops that energy right away and shifts it to a positive light, a positive mindset, right? Because you like, as soon as I wake up, I'm saying what I'm grateful for. I'm leading with that. So that's big, man. And that's The Secret, guys. Check it out if you haven't. Great book, great movie, great audio
mm-hmm,
book, all that.
yeah, changed
All
my
of that.
life.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Sure.
man. So just remember, we gotta continue, and it's something that we have to try to do, right?
Yeah,
Because naturally, the way our brains are wired is wired to be fearful because it's a protective mechanism. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? So that's how we are wired. We have to shift that mindset, shift that thought process, and just think more about gratitude, like you said, man, about appreciation,
Yeah,
and things of the positive nature. And it's okay to be envious of people. That's a natural trait. But I think when we hone in on it and focus on the negative, like I said, take that thought and make it and put it in yourself as a negative thing. Now you start breeding jealousy, which breeds to other things that what I'm saying could come
mm-hmm,
bad from it. But if you are positively envious of somebody, like, man, that's dope, he got XYZ, or they got XYZ, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, man, that's a good spirit. And one day, in the near future, and if you proactive and active about it, you will obtain those things too, or get to that level. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm,
it's all about mindset, perspective, and how we want to, just focus our energy. Um,
yeah,
man,
it's huge.
yeah, I know,
It's everything, man. It really is. And
for sure.
I'm a testament to that. Like I said, I've seen how it, changed my life. And you said something about the brain, and it's not wired to make you happy. It's not wired to make you grateful. It's wired to keep you alive. And how does it keep you alive? Well, it kind of makes you paranoid, right? You think everything's dangerous to mitigate risk. And that's because thousands of years ago, when we didn't have a civilized society, you had to be on alert, right? Because it could cost you your
Right.
life. But we've civilized things so much, but our brains haven't caught up yet. So it's easy to let little things keep us from being grateful for what really matters in our life. So like you said, it's a daily process, it's a daily practice. It's just something that we have to be proactive about. But those who do really see big rewards from it.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. And that's well said, man. We got a comment. Most of us aren't taught to be motivated by others' success. Truth. We're programmed to envy. But the older we get, the more it becomes our job to overcome those teachings. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it go, I mean, I know it's like a cliche. We hear this a lot, but it's about breaking those curses. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We've been taught, you know, a way of survival and not a way of living,
Hmm.
right? And it's in relation to the thing you just said about your brain. It's a survival, tactic. It's under a survival scope, so it's going to think about things in a cautious and careful manner. And it's the same. So that's how we were brought up, right? Like save all your money, don't invest. Right? I mean, not even saying don't invest. I'm sorry, not even speaking about investing. Not even speaking about, what I mean, assets and you know, um living wills and trust funds, and I mean just Roth IRAs and just things of that nature. Just, all those financial topics that we learning as we, navigate through this space called life, right?
Hmm.
We just have to do I agree with Vine, do a better job of unlearning those things. Book alert, book alert. Um, what's the book called? Unlearn. I haven't read it, but it's on my list. Unlearn by I'm not good with authors. I'm sorry. The poet.
Hemingway? No, he
Not.
wasn't a poet.
Um. I'll Google it. I'm googling it right
Good old Google.
now. You already know. I'm gonna Google it just because I don't want to get that wrong. Humble the poet, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Uh,
another one called "Unfuck Yourself," which is
okay.
similar about
Okay.
unlearning negative thought patterns. Again, I forget the author too. That one. He's got a couple books out, but that's it. That's the one he's most famous for.
Unfuck yourself.
Yeah, literally, "Unfuck Yourself." That's the title.
All right. That's going in the vault, man. How you spell it? No.
Right.
But yeah, man, we just, so get back on to topic. We got to make sure we grateful, guys, and it's absolutely perfect to be grateful on Thanksgiving. But I just want to encourage us to be grateful more often. The day after Thanksgiving, the week after Thanksgiving,
Yep.
right? Um, After New Year's,
Hmm.
March, April, May, etc. Let's just keep continuing to be grateful and be thankful and just appreciate everything positive, because it's all about balance. Too much of anything is harmful for you, right? So we just have to make sure that we are in that mindset of being grateful, providing service, and just helping somebody. I mean, if you could be a help to somebody, I feel like that's like one of the biggest things you can do. And a lot of times it don't cost you anything either. Maybe a little time,
Hmm.
but nothing that I don't think is worth it. Yeah. So good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yes, definitely important, guys. I'm telling you. Just so I've been doing some energy work, and a lot of people they may not believe in energy work, but it's definitely been quite the experience for me, and it's really helped release a lot of emotional things I was holding in, a lot of trauma, but most importantly, what I'm getting at how it ties into this topic, a big part of the energy work is gratitude. It's
Mm.
just being grateful and just coming from a place of love, or coming from a place of just appreciation, and it just helps. It helps so much, like it really does. Again, like you said, you mentioned, too much of a good thing is bad. It doesn't necessarily mean that you never get upset, that you don't get
Right.
pissed off, that you didn't
Right.
accomplish something. These are normal feelings. However, you just don't stay there. You shift back, right? You feel it, you process it, and then how do you get back to that space of appreciation? What did you learn from it, so that you can say, hey, I'm glad I messed this up, because now I know this just made me better. We took a lesson here. right? You find the appreciation in that, and it just really helps, as opposed if like you beat yourself up over something that didn't go your way. Now you're like suppressing and you're pulling your energy down, and then again you just kind of spiral into more negativity,
Facts.
and that's where things kind of get out of control for people. But if you can be mindful and shift back to that space of appreciation, again, doesn't have to be a big thing. You have to be like, try to be grateful that if you make $100,000 in a month or something, huge little things, because that's what life's about, is a lot of little things daily, right? It can be like, you're about to eat, you got some money in your pocket, you went to the gym, like just any little thing, put gas in
Mm.
your car.
For me, what I like to do is I like to think about it from a perspective of I'm able to do this, right?
Yes.
So, like I said yesterday, we were talking, man. I'm walking into my fitness journey, and I'm not gonna lie. It's some days I don't want to do it. I just want to, sit there, right? I just want to, pop on Netflix. Uh, but then I start thinking like, man, there's some people. It's gonna be a day, not even some people, just myself. It's gonna be a day when I want to walk and I'm not gonna be able to,
Mm.
and I'm like, well, it's not gonna be today.
Right.
So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go, and that's how I attack it. That's how I thug it out. So we got another
Definitely.
comment. I read books by Delali
The
Emma,
Dalai Lama.
Delali Lama. Sorry,
The
like the
Dalai Lama, yeah.
okay, like the Shoot of Happiness and other books like Masters by Robert Greene. All right.
Mastery. I love all Robert Greene's books. One of the greatest writers of all time.
Putting that
Laws of
in the
Human Nature,
quote.
48 Laws of Power, Mastery. I mean, they're all great books. Art of Seduction. Can't go wrong with reading Robert Greene. Pursuit of Happiness. That's a good book too. I know there's the movie with Will Smith, but the movie left out a lot of the story. Um,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, Chris Gardner, he went through some things, man. Like, yeah, the movie actually didn't do the book justice by how much they left out. I mean, they kind of highlighted how he was homeless, with his son and his wife
Yeah.
left, which is, you know, a good story. But there was more even before that he went through, and even when he finally got the job, he wasn't. It was commission only, and I think he worked for, I forget how long, maybe almost a year before he got his first sale, and he used to get rejected. He dealt with a lot of racism.
Mm.
And then finally, his first sale is the one that like was the tipping point for him, where he got an $83,000 commission. And
Mm.
yeah, Chris Gardner, Pursuit of Happiness. That's a good book. If you haven't read, if you like the movie, I think you would enjoy the book, because yeah, he definitely went through some things to get where he's at.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh
Yeah,
man.
a good recommendation, Mr. Sutton.
This particular book is about that. You just have to Google it. Okay.
Oh, it's another Pursuit of Happiness. I thought he was talking about Chris Gardner's story, Pursuit of Happiness. Interesting.
Man, you learn something new
I
every
know,
day.
right?
Every day. I'm sorry. I was trying to get in this, see in this group. I don't know why we're not broadcasting in the group, but I'll fix that later. But yeah, man. So that's some good stuff. I know. I know we always tend to want more, right? It's that effect of, if you make $50,000, you gonna live above those means, right? And if you make $100,000, yeah, you making more money, but is your lifestyle changing, right? I mean, you
Right.
want to accrue more bills, more responsibility. So, I mean, guys, as far as finances, it's gonna always be um a worry, because when you don't have it, you working to get it, right? And when you get it, you working to keep it. So, you know, don't get wrapped up into the finances. Time is what's valuable. Time is what's important. Time is what you can't get back,
Right.
right? It's what's irreplaceable. So let's make sure that we are putting a value on our time, and that's what this time of year is about. But I just want to promote us to do that more often, right? If you're thinking about somebody or you're missing them, pick up the phone, give them a call, shoot
Yeah,
them a text message. Why it's on your mind, you know. If you gotta call them 2 times, 3 times before they call you back or respond back to you, do that. Do that because we are on borrowed time, and you know, just like the another great book, I like the Four Agreements.
it's a good one.
Take anything personal. Don't take anything personal. So,
It's easier said than done, but it's a valuable lesson.
hey, say that again. It is easier said than done, but I've been in situations where I've had to actively think like, okay, Phil, don't take it personal. Person's busy. Maybe you just got you. Maybe the fifth time you remind them, or the fifth time you reach out to them, this is going to be the one.
Hmm.
And that's okay. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. So I just want us to remember, it's the little things that make a big impact. So let's do more of that, and let's be more of a help than a hindrance, and let's lead with love, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we don't want to hold you too long. We came on yesterday with our special guest, so we're not gonna hit you with another hour, talk. I think we got a lot of people cooking. I know we cooking in my kitchen, so
Oh
uh,
yeah, lots
I
of cooking going on tonight.
yeah, I hear you got family and everything like that in the background. So I know that's kind of what's going on across the board. So guys, reach out to us if you like what's going on. Subscribe to the channel, my channel and Jimmy channel. It definitely helps us. It's a free way to help us out and get our content out there, and we'll be bringing you more of these videos. Don't hesitate to reach out and give us some topics if you want to talk about it. We're going to do more of bringing people on, entrepreneurs, health professionals, just corporate professionals, regular people. Just we for the people. So that's all I
Sure.
got, guys. And Jimmy, I'm gonna let you close it out, brother.
Hey, if you haven't been practicing gratitude, Thanksgiving's a good day to start, and then just keep it going.
Facts, actual factual. I like that. All right, Vaughn, you have a good turkey day too, brother.
You too, sir.
Love you, man. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Have a good one.